he's on drugs or something. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, is always, Harley Dugan. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to react to a Kay Adams video. We love the Kay Adams content. We love anything that is about our Houston Texans. And if it's about the Houston Texans, you know I'm going to react to it. You could always find it on The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time, the hot spot of all your news, rumors, updates for Texans, Astros, and Rockets. I am the one to do it. So make sure you go ahead and smash that like button while you're at it, while I'm talking about it. Go down in that comment section and let me know, how are you feeling about the Houston Texans and where they are with the rest of the AFC? Let me know down in the comment section. Again, let me repeat it. How do you feel the Houston Texans are in terms of the rest of the teams in the AFC? And if you have a brain fart, if you don't know how to answer the question, you already know what to do, Texans fans. Just drop a swarm in the comment section. I already know what you mean. We're always swarming here on The Lead, as always, in Texans fandoms. We are swarming. With that being said, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 10K, ladies and gentlemen. 8.6K right now. Trying to get to 10K before the regular season starts. Trying as hard as I can to get to 9K before training camp. And it's all thanks to you guys. So make sure you are subscribed and doing your part. Share it to your family, your friends, everyone that loves some Houston sports. We love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Kay Adams is with James Palmer. They're going to be talking about the Houston Texans and how they compare to not the AFC, but can the Houston Texans compete with the Kansas City Chiefs? Now, obviously, we know the Chiefs are the top dogs, and this is how it's going to be, man. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best, right? Old Ric Flair saying right there. This is about a 2.5-minute video, so bear with me, Texans fans. We get to enjoy James Palmer right here paused and kind of look like he's on drugs or something. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and react to this video.
Stephon Diggs and Mixon and, CJ Stroud, obviously coming off the season that he did. Answer my unanswered question. Is it enough for these Texans to be real challengers to the Chiefs?
I think so. I mean, right now, nobody's in the Chiefs' realm just because nobody's doing what they're doing. So we can't put anybody in that until we start playing games. But they're built to do it, Kay. They really are. And it's not because of like Nico Collins getting this deal and the growth Nico's had and the time he spent with Dre to become more efficient as a big body receiver, or Tank Dell, and you add Stephon. It's not the skill guys to me. I think they're built to do it because of where they're at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Like CJ walked into a really good situation with a good offensive line, with a lot of emphasis on what they do with that offensive line and how their offense is developed. And then the defensive line, like Denico Autry, I think is a really, really sneaky pick by any team in football this year. He had a really good year last year. And then Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., I mean, it's May, 29th? But like at the end of this season, Kay, we could talk about like this being the best edge rushing duo in football. Like they have that type of a talent. And then they got better at linebacker. I think Petrie is so underrated. Stingley had a great year last year. You have Jimmy Ward back there that still knows everything DeMeco wants to do defensively so well. I think down the middle of the field and through the lines of scrimmage, they're just really, really good. And the other part that stands out to me, and that people are always curious, like, will there be a sophomore slump, right? Always with quarterbacks. Will that happen? I don't think it's going to happen with CJ. Now, you mentioned earlier the strength of schedule changes dramatically for them. I think that's a big part. But I've had conversations with Bobby Slowik, who stayed, which is a big part for CJ at offensive coordinator. He just always makes the right decisions, Bobby said. Like, he checks the ball down. He comes back to the sideline. Hey, I wanted you to push it there. It wasn't there. It wasn't there, coach. I took the check down. Like, that's such a veteran way to think. And that's the way CJ goes through progressions, goes through them with his feet before his eyes, which is like a rare thing for a young quarterback. I just think he's built not to really, take a step backwards in how he's working when you add the weapons that I'm not emphasizing, but also where they're built on the inside.
So they could contend with the Chiefs, is what you're saying?
I think they could. I definitely think they could.
That's what we like to hear, ladies and gentlemen. The Houston Texans can compete with the Chiefs. He thinks they absolutely could. Look, I've already had a video like this before. Make sure to check it out, where I had the Houston Texans and where they were to comparative to the Kansas City Chiefs. We all know, and I'm not skipping any teams. This video and that video before isn't to disrespect the Baltimore Ravens or the Bills or the Bengals. Like those is also top teams in the AFC. The Houston Texans have yet to beat the Ravens. They have yet to face the Bills. We get to see them this year. And the Bengals we beat last year when they were red hot, and that was in the jungle with Joe Burrow and company. And the Houston Texans mopped them till the final few minutes of the fourth quarter. But with that being said, the Houston Texans, I absolutely agree with James Palmer here. They have what it takes to compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's not be shy, Texans fans. Let's not be, quiet about this. The roster overall is one of the best rosters in the NFL. Like Cole Thompson, who I had on my channel, came on here and was like, yeah, they got a top 10 roster. And he argued maybe 5 or 6. Like that is where the Houston Texans are on paper. Now, obviously, we got to see it translate to the field. That's a different scenario. We don't see nothing right now. We can only see what we think is going to happen. And what we think is the Houston Texans, he mentioned maybe no sophomore slump for CJ Stroud. He doesn't expect it. Fully agree there. You added Stephon Diggs, extended Nico Collins, you got Joe Mixon, you got Dalton Schultz back, continuity between him, bringing Bobby Slowick back, that is huge as well as your quarterback's coach, who I can't think of his name, that came from A&M, and that's going to hurt me, and I'm going to think about it for the rest of this video, but regardless, you still had DeMeco Ryans, you added Danico Autry, like James Palmer said, you got Daniel Hunter, Will Anderson, we've talked about this, we've beat the dead horse many times, but it is so much fun, because football season is right around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2 months, we will know the 53-man roster. Exactly. In 2 months, we will know the 53-man roster. Football season is right around the corner. And the Houston Texans, don't sleep on them, football fans. Don't sleep on them, Chiefs fans. Anybody else that wants to just discount the Houston Texans for whatever reason it is, the Texans are definitely one of the best teams in the AFC. I will say that with full confidence. The Houston Texans are one of the best teams in the AFC, and they should be worried. They should be scared. They should be nervous when it comes to the Houston Texans on your schedule. You better circle it. You better be worried. You better be nervous, because CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryans and company, we're going to be swarming every damn Sunday, and I can't wait to sit down and watch. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.